welcome back to another episode of Ask the Doc. I'm your host, Alex Alexander with Client Focus Media. Today I'm super lucky to have Joya Griffin of Animal Dermatology Clinic. Joya is a board-certified veterinary dermatologist and has been seen on National Geo Wild and Disney Plus's Pop Goes the Vet. Welcome, Joya. How are you doing today?
Good. How are you?
Short, bald, funny looking. Yeah, you know.
You're not so funny looking. You should see some of my patients.
They obviously have more hair even on their face. Yeah. So, so let's talk a little bit more about your patients and what you do. There's not a lot of people in your field. Let's inform the public what exactly you do.
So I'm a veterinary dermatologist. That means that I went a little bit above and beyond what a general practitioner would do. I did an internship and then a residency in order to become boarded in just skin, claw, and ear disease. So there are only about 300 veterinary dermatologists in the country. So it's a pretty little known specialty, and I'm proud to represent the specialty and hopefully allow more exposure to our field.
That's awesome. Everybody that owns pets, especially dogs, they always have the ear thing. They're scratching at it, not knowing what to do, right? So it's awesome to have somebody who specializes that you can go straight to. Now, your practice is based out of Louisville, Kentucky. Is that right?
Correct. We also have a satellite in Lexington. I'm actually in Lexington today, and then I have a satellite in Evansville, Indiana. But I'm part of a larger group under Animal Dermatology Clinic, and we're the largest veterinary dermatology group in the country. So we have practices in Southern California, as well as in Austin, Texas, Atlanta, Indianapolis, and a new one in New Jersey. So we're kind of all over the country.
Well, congratulations. That's awesome. So tell me, how did you become, first of all, interested in veterinary science, and then becoming a vet, and then becoming a specialist?
I think the early on, really, I became interested in working with animals. I had a special connection with animals, which I think a lot of veterinarians will say. I was about 7, and I just felt like this is what I wanted to do for the rest of my life. Of course, then I didn't know anything about dermatology, but when I went to college, my dad bought a little Lhasa Apso named Gizmo to replace me. Literally. He gave my sister this dog, and she had terrible skin. She lived in an e-collar. She was smelly, itchy, all of those things, and had a very poor quality of life. So when I went to Cornell for vet school, I took her with me, and the first place I went was to the dermatology service. They were able to make this huge transformation in her skin, and she was able to come out of her cone, and she lived a long and happy life. And that meant the world to me. And I wanted to do that for my patients and for my pet parents. So I started to study specifically more about dermatology. And then I sought after an internship and a residency so that I could do this.
And how long have you been a part of this board, or actually the Animal Dermatology Clinic itself, the group?
I joined Animal Dermatology Clinic 11 years ago after I became boarded. So I've been in this area, in this community, serving the patients and the pet parents since then.
Awesome. So is there any words of advice you can give to pet owners in general? You know, if something happens, and do this or that kind of, I'm not telling people the secrets. I'm just, if there's something they should be looking for or that kind of thing.
Yeah, as a pet parent, I think, paying attention to the skin and the hair coat, making sure that there aren't any sores, that you don't have any hair loss, that the claws are growing normally and that they're being maintained. Most pets don't have skin, ear, and claw disease, but when you start having changes to your pet's skin and hair coat, those would be reasons to go into your family practitioner or even seeking the care of a veterinary dermatologist. Ear disease is a big deal, and if that's not dealt with properly early on, it can lead to issues that then need to be dealt with by a surgeon, and nobody wants ear surgery, trust me. So seeing a dermatologist early on is very, very smart and very helpful for preventing those issues later.
Excellent. So First of all, I want to say congratulations on what you do. I think it's awesome to find people that do things that are slightly different. You took it to the next level, and for that, we appreciate you for what you do. And I also want to say thank you for being on the show today. I want to thank everyone out there for tuning in to this episode of Ask the Doc. If you guys would like to learn more about Joya Griffin, obviously I want you to go to her website at drjoyadvm.com. You can also see it right here at iwantabuzz.com. Do something good for yourself and do something good for others.